What it do, baby?
And I've got Mjolnir. I don't know if you even remember this or if you know how to spell this. But this is Thor's hammer from Love and Thunder. I like it. Tell me if you like it. Let's talk about real estate. Yeah, I feel like it's been months since I've done this. Probably has. But I'm telling you, I'm back because Goldman Sachs just had an article. It says, hey, guess what? I mean, you're probably going to guess, but it's more along the lines of, I've been telling you for months now. But let's take a look at this together, just for fun. Goldman Sachs makes a bold housing market call. Let me put Mjolnir down. Does it make a noise? It kind of does. Here we go. Let's read. Goldman Sachs makes a bold housing market call. Straight through, take a look. It says, instead of U.S. home prices falling 6.1% in 2023, which was their January 10th prediction, researchers at the investment bank now expect national home prices to end just 2.6% down. Is that a crash? I mean, let's keep reading. Read the green part with me. Goldman Sachs says national home prices will be down around 6% from its June 2022 peak. Now, just for a second, I'm going to stop sharing because how does that make you feel? This whole time you've been hearing from all of these Instagrammers and TikTokers and YouTubers about the crash and how this is going to be worse than this and that and this. And oh my gosh, prepare for a housing crash. And now they're reversing and they're going the other way, which makes a lot of sense because if you looked at the economics of housing and the turnaround that we had because of the lending standards that we implemented through the last Great Recession here, which was 2008, 2009, 2010, that area, we weren't sitting in a place where people would just let go of their homes. And I mean, just keep on reading. Don't take my words for it. Just keep on reading so you understand their logic behind this. And it says, home sales appear set to turn higher. Mortgage applications have averaged 9% above their October trough so far in January. And survey-based measures of purchasing intentions have rebounded sharply. And I mean, aren't you watching? Aren't you doing the same homework and being like, yeah, I guess they are right? Let's take a look at reality, everyone. Goldman Sachs expects U.S. home prices to fall 6% from peak to trough, which is what we read above. But now look at this graph. Take a look at this graph with me so you understand what they're referencing. Let me remove my little picture in picture out on the right. You can see the years, 2000 through current year. And you can see where prices are, and the 6% peak is right here. This is where they're going to come back down to. So you see, that means if it comes back down here, even if it drops a little bit more, you're seeing prices have gone up so much that people were saying we were going to crash because of it. It's like, oh, you can't really do this. You can't sustain this. It's not a correction. It's a crash. And no, guess what? It is a correction. What happened was we didn't crash. We just went into what we were normally going to go into in the first place. Now, how regional home prices are expected to shift in 2023 and 2024, according to Goldman Sachs. We're not saying that this is the law or this is exactly what's going to happen, but let's read here. We've got Austin being probably hit the worst according to them, their forecast. 2024 is significantly less, right? And now the red is 2023. So you have all the areas: San Francisco, San Diego, Phoenix, Denver. And then you get over to, I'm in LA. So LA is going to be at around -5% according to them for this year. And then you get into other areas which, are positive. Miami's positive, Baltimore's positive, Philadelphia's slightly down, New York's slightly down. But look what happens in 2024 according to their forecast, which, by the way, they can change at any minute because they just changed it. So it could also be like, hey guys, we just decided that it's not negative anymore based on the data, and that can happen.
I mean, it's all right.
So you just have to pay attention to what's happening. I continually want to share with you that nobody knows what's going to happen. But when we're talking about throwing words out like a crash from last year early on, not knowing what was truly going to happen, so just keep your eyes open. It doesn't look like there's going to be a crash, but let's keep our eyes open. Now I'm asking you the same thing. Keep your eyes open, because Goldman Sachs can be wrong here as well. We don't know that this can be a really negative year. It could turn around and be a positive year, or it can be a little bit further off than we thought negative wise. So just pay attention to the data as you read through. And a lot of you are like, oh my gosh, I found, Tristan, you're completely wrong. I've got this and this and this. Great. Good for you. Share that data with me. I'd love to see it. But this is what I've got for you today. And I'm going to end it with this. On the mortgage rate front, Goldman Sachs says buyers shouldn't expect much relief. That's right, buyers. By the end of 2023, the investment bank expects the average 30-year fixed mortgage rate will tick back up to 6.5%, and I don't agree with that. I think it's going to be slightly lower than that. As of Thursday, the average 30-year fixed mortgage rate sits at around 6.09. I think it's going to be slightly under 6. It's gonna hover around that area, but 6.5. I mean, that's like saying we're all playing like guess the number at this point. We really don't know, and even with as much data as they have, they don't know. So keep your eyes open. Just remember, no crash. So if anybody's telling you crash, I don't know what they're smoking, but pay attention to the data and grab data from all over the place. Like, don't just take it from me. Grab data from other places and be like, how does this compare to what Tristan showed us, right? Or how does this compare to what this other person told us on YouTube, or this economist? Like, I'm not an economist, so I just invest in real estate. I'm a real estate agent, and I have a lot of other businesses. I just happen to jump into real estate a lot, and so if you have any questions, reach out to me. I'd love to see any of the data you have. I am always reading real estate data. Have an awesome day, everyone. Kind of feels good to come back and do these. I've been doing a lot of TikToks. Hopefully you're following there, or Instagram. Subscribe. I always forget to subscribe on the damn channel. Hit that button, and I'll see you later.